Three crosses on a hill that day. The sky grew dark, the light turned gray. Two voices rose through pain and fear, both so close, yet worlds apart from here. Same nails, same dust, same final breath, but not the same in facing death. One turned away with anger in his cry, to save yourself and save us, or let us die. One bowed his head with nothing left to prove. Remember me with nothing left but truth. Between two crosses, love was shining through. One refused, one believed, and heaven came in view. One saw a man he would not trust, one saw a king beyond the dust. One held tight to scorn and blame, one spoke out a humble name. No time for deeds, no life to mend, just one last choice before the end. One turned away with anger in his cry, save yourself and save us, or let us die. One bowed his head with nothing left to prove. Remember me with nothing left but truth. Between two crosses, mercy reached that place. One denied, one believed, and found amazing grace. No time to right what he'd done wrong,
No time to right what he done wrong.
no chance to change the road he'd walked so long. Just wood, just breath, just fading light, and one last turn toward what was right. No grand defense, no final plea, just Lord, remember me. One turned away, and silence filled his plea. One heard the words, you'll be with me. Between two crosses, the choice is always there, to turn away or trust the love that found him there. Three crosses still stand in every heart today. One to reject,
One to reject,
one to receive, and one who made the way. They said we will go with you, but when the shadows fell, their courage faded into darkness. Steel rang, voices rose, and they ran. The doors were tightly shut, hope lay like dust upon the floor. What happens to our faith when the promised king is broken? When the one we called our hope stands silent before the night? They fled in fear, but he stayed in the garden. He felt the dread, yet chose the Father. Not chains, not pride, not throne nor crown. It was love alone, only love remained. The cup stood before him, sweat like blood on the ground. If it is possible, while his closest friends slept through the sound, yet still he whispered, not my will, but yours be done. What happens to our hearts when our courage disappears? When the vows we swore in daylight cannot fight the dark. They fled in fear, but he stayed in the garden. He felt the dread, yet chose the Father. Not chains, not pride, not throne nor crown. It was love alone, only love remained. We promised devotion while the light is strong, but in the storm our silence grows heavy. You know our fear, you know our disguises, and you walk through the doors we have locked so tight. We fled in fear, but he stayed in the garden. You felt the dread, yet chose the Father. Not nails, not scorn, not the dark of the night. It was love alone that held you there. You knew the fear, and you stayed, and will we stay with you? He came in silence, not in glory, walking roads of dust and pain. He touched the wounds the world was hiding and breathed life into the slain. He spoke of love, not of the sword. He taught us how to bear the cross. Where there was night, he brought a sunrise that gave sight to the blind and hope to the poor. But when the darkness finally came, he stood alone once more. When he broke the bread, all were near, yet on the cross he stood alone. Promises whispered round the table, but the night erased their names. Have we learned from what we witnessed, or just changed our face with time? When love calls us close again, will we stand, or will we run? He gave hope to those who doubted, showed a path to those who strayed. Still the shadow of betrayal rose before the light could fade.
nails were not the first wound given. It was colder than the night. Hearts that once had sworn to follow lost their courage in the fight. Crowds want bread but not surrender, want God near but not the change, while His love still warms the circle. In the night the names grow strange. When He broke the bread, all were near, yet on the cross He stood alone. Promises whispered round the table, but the night erased their names. Have we learned from what we witnessed, or just changed our face with time? When love calls us close again, will we stand or will we run? A faithful heart, oh Lord, is not the one that claims to be devout. It is the soul to whom all evil still feels foreign deep throughout. If envy does not rule your spirit, if you refuse to wound for gain, then your soul is still breathing, and the road to God remains. If another's pain can move you, if harsh words still stir your heart, then the grace of God is near you, and you are not far apart. When He broke the bread, all were near, yet on the cross you stood alone. Promises whispered round the table, but the night erased their names. When love calls us close again, will we stay with you this time? Still the door of grace stands open, though we fail again and again. While the breath of life remains in us, there is still a way to Him.
He knew the desert would be long, the silence hard and bare. He felt the hunger in His flesh, temptation in the air. He knew the road to Calvary was waiting at the end, yet still He walked in mercy's light for enemy and friend.
He knew the cross was waiting, He knew the price of love, yet every step was chosen in obedience to the Father above.
He knew, and still He came, through sorrow, through the flame. Every word He spoke was light, every touch broke chains. He knew, and still He gave His body to the grave, so our souls could rise from dust and not remain the same.
He knew the kiss of betrayal, the crown of woven thorn. He knew the weight of every soul before the worlds were formed. He saw the sky grow dark above, He heard the final cry, yet love became His final breath before He chose to die.
No fear could turn Him backward, no darkness close His eyes, for beyond the cross He carried the promise He would rise. the lost came home. He knew, and still he chose the path of deepest grace, so our souls could be made new and stand before His face.
Not for thrones or earthly gain, not to spare us every pain, but to wake the heart of stone and claim our souls as His own.
Through the desert, through the fire, through surrender, through desire, He reshapes what we have been and calls us back again. Refine us in the hidden place, restore what pride has torn. Let every cross we carry now be where new life is born. He knew the cost, the pain, the darkness and the shame, yet love was never overcome and light was never slain. He knew, and so we stand before the empty grave, invited into risen life, invited to be changed.
He walked the road of sorrow, He poured the darkest night, He opened heaven's doorway, He brought eternal light.
And standing at the empty tomb, with shadows at our feet,
did we learn love from His suffering? Did we let His mercy shape us? Did we follow where He leads? He knew. Now do we? Now will we step into the light He opened?
He walked into the desert without applause, no witness to His tears, 40 days before the wind, learning how to trust. It was not hunger only, it was standing stripped of pride, clearing all the noise within, to hear the voice behind. When everything falls silent, you discover what remains. 40 days to understand that not everything that shines is fake, that bread won't heal a wounded soul, that power cannot give you life. 40 nights to choose to love, though loving means to lose. In the silence he could see that fear is not greater than love. Temptation spoke in measured tones, escape the pain, take control. Promises made of shortcuts, bright but hollow. He felt the weight of what it meant. He saw the road the Father chose, and still he did not turn away, but bowed beneath the cost. In hidden places quietly, his will was forged in fire. When all illusions fall away, the truth remains. 40 days to be refined, where losing still can that the desert shapes the heart. 40 nights to finally face what you still refuse to release. In the silence he could see that obedience is love. What if the desert is not the end, but preparation? What if the emptiness that aches today is forming your heart? 40 days to come back home to simple childlike faith, that we do not live by bread alone, but by a greater word. 40 nights to learn at last that loving also means to wait. In the silence he discovered the deepest yes is born within the heart. 40 days in silence, and nothing was ever the same.
Return my heart to you, O Lord. Return my heart to you. Empty my hands of what I clutch. In the quiet, you are near.
These 40 days I slow my pace. I turn from scattered loves. I lay aside what fills my hands to trust your steady touch. Return my heart to you, O Lord. Return my heart to you. Empty my hands of what I clutch. In the quiet, you are near.
I fast from noise and borrowed light, from needing to be seen,
from measuring my worth each day on scales I made myself. Remind me who I truly am, a child restored by grace. Return my heart to you, O Lord. Return my heart to you. Empty my hands of what I clutch. In the quiet, you are near. When I decrease, you grow. When I release, you hold. When I fall silent, you remain. When I let go, you are enough. Return my heart to you, O Lord. Return my heart to you. Empty my hands of what I clutch. In the quiet, you are near.
Hold me, Lord, the world feels heavy. I have walked this road alone. Fear has spoken louder to me than the voice I should have known.
I looked for truth in empty answers, words that promise light and peace. Now I'm coming back to you, Lord. Tired heart down on my knees.
Stay here, don't let go. Stay here, don't let go. Hold me, Lord, with love eternal. Cover up my fragile heart. Hold me close when doubt surrounds me, when the dark is tearing me apart. Hold me till my soul remembers I am safe and I am yours. In your arms I find my rest now. In your arms forevermore. Concrete memory in the quiet of a long night, sitting in an empty room. I said your name but felt no answer, like my prayers just missed the truth. Every failure had a memory, every scar a former plea. I didn't know if you were listening, but you stayed and waited me. Hold me, Lord, with love eternal. Cover up my fragile heart. Hold me close and teach me trust now. I am choosing faith in dark. Hold me till my soul remembers I am safe and I am yours. In your arms I'll learn to trust you. In your arms forevermore. Don't let go when I am falling. Be my strength when I am weak. Without you I am nothing. You're the hope I choose to keep. In your mercy I find meaning. In your love I know my name. I am yours, called and claimed. Child of grace, not child of shame. Hold me, Lord, and don't let go.
In the quiet after midnight, when the city finally sleeps, you trace circles on my shoulder like you're drawing something deep. There's a language in your silence only I can understand. Every time you say nothing, you still reach for my hand. I was fine before I knew you, but I was drifting like the sea. Now the ground beneath my footsteps feels like it was meant for me. The way I love you isn't thunder, it's the steady pull of gravity. It's the breath I didn't notice till you took it back from me. It's not a fire that burns out bright, it's the quiet that stays true. It's every small uncertain thing, and the way I love you. When the long days leave you restless, and your smile won't quite appear, I don't need to fix the pieces, I just sit with you right here. We don't have to fill the spaces, we don't have to prove a thing. Love isn't always fireworks, sometimes it's remembering. I have seen the edge of lonely, I have known what falling through can do. But nothing ever felt like landing the night I landed on you. The way I love you isn't fragile, it doesn't tremble in the dark. It's the hand that finds the other without looking, without spark. It's not a promise shouted loud, it's the one we never move. It's the quiet, stubborn truth in the way I love you. Oh, if the stars forget their silver, if the sky misplaces blue, if the world rewrites its story, I will still choose you. Not because I have to, not because I should, but because loving you feels like something good. That's the way I love you. The way I love you. The way I love you.
Why keep searching for words when your love spoke first to me? Why pretend I'm strong when I'm nothing on my own? I grew tired of the nights of promises untrue, and deep down in my soul I heard your voice say, come to me with your wounds, I will make you whole again. Don't run away, don't be afraid, I will never let you go. Why live without you? You lied for this desert. Why should my heart beat if it's not for your spirit? Why walk on without light if you are my true pathway? My Jesus, my eternal God, without your love I can't live.
I was carrying my guilt and secrets I would hide. I thought forgiveness was gone, buried deep out of sight. But you stretched out your arms when my feet met your grace. You spoke life into the dark where death had its place. Now I rest in your promise, your love is holding me. I don't have to prove my faith, you believe in me.
Though the ground beneath me shakes when my hands fail to hold, when my heart cannot forsake, I know you're right beside me. Don't let me wander free away from where I'm meant to be. Why live without you if you conquered all death? Why doubt a love that has changed who I am? Here I give you my heart, my future and my past too. My Jesus, my eternal King, I am yours and you are mine.
Why live without you? And you, I have it all.
Why live without you? With you I have it all. I told you without you I was nothing, that my world would break if you walked away. But Christ found me in the darkest hour, when I had no strength left to say His name. He met me where the night was closing in, where every hope I had was torn apart. Now I don't chase what left me empty, for in His wounds He mended every piece. Why look back again if on the cross Jesus erased the hollow years? Why beg for your love when in His arms I found both peace and grace? What once bound my soul He broke away. Why go back if Christ has made me whole?
You swore you'd never walk away from me, but daylight carried every word away.
Yet there is one who stays through every morning. His mercy rises new with every day. What failed in human hands and fragile vows is held secure in faithfulness that lasts. I hold no bitterness, I leave it at His altar. He heals my past and teaches me how to love again. If you knock again upon my door, I will not open, for my life is safe within the hands of Christ. Why search again for voices from the past? When the Lord sings truth and life over me. Why fear the loss of what could never last, when in Jesus I am standing free? What I once wept for, I now release. Why go back if in Christ I've learned how to